Episode 88 of TrustyHogs, a podcast where I, Catherine Bohart, and I, Helen Bauer, discuss our quite frankly soothing lives.
Perfect lives. And then we answer your problems. I know we lost it. No,
it was so close. We're just going to chat about our amazing lives. We're going to listen to one of your fucking problems. We're going to chat with Lou Sanders. Let's fucking do it.
Let's have it.
Through the fog, step forth the trusty hogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them, or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the trusty hogs. Trust the trusty hogs, or maybe not.
What's happening with you? Hey, dear listener, what's happening with you this week?
Yeah, what is happening with you guys?
What's happening inside your soul? Take a minute. Sit there. Catherine, you can do this too. And Andrew. Take a minute. How is it going? Feel your toes.
Oh, God, no, it's not going well for me.
Feel your fingers.
No, my toes hurt.
It's not time for your breakdown. Why do your toes hurt?
I don't know. They're wiggly now that you've said it. Why did you make me think about them?
Think about your belly button.
Ew.
What's wrong with it?
I don't like belly buttons.
Why does it smell when you put your finger in it?
It shouldn't. Just
Why?
clean it.
I
I've been
know,
over
I
this with
clean
you
mine,
cotton
but
buds.
you know when you forget and then you do it and you're like, what the fuck?
Why are you doing it
I
then?
hate
Why are you
you.
going?
I hate you.
Why are you going in?
Why wouldn't you just wash it?
As
Just
if
wash
you
it.
don't smell anything.
Just wash it.
I'm not saying. Would we as in sniff anything or?
Like if you put your finger in something and it's like a substance you weren't expecting, like wet.
I'm
is
having
the
a
feeling.
terrible
You
time.
are.
I'm having a terrible time. And now, as your punishment, I'm going to tell you about something you're not going to want to hear about. I went to the gym today.
Right,
I went to the gym.
Right, neither of us are allowed
and
to talk.
fine.
Andrew, you can talk.
Fine.
How
You're
about
not,
that?
Andrew,
That's
we
fair.
need to do a realistic problem because we can't agree on our friendship boundaries anymore.
We're just going to stop.
Oh my gosh.
What did you...
Spill a glass of water everywhere.
Jesus.
Why did you put a glass of water on the ground?
Why did I put that there? That's an odd choice.
That is a very odd choice. I can tell you about my granddad's funeral. That would
No!
make things better. It was very funny.
Yeah.
Andrew, this is terrible. No funeral chat from you.
Funeral stories are good.
We had the celebrant who had clearly done no research.
When you say celebrant,
no.
are we talking humanist funeral?
I don't think it had any particular religion attached to it. It wasn't deliberately humanist or anything.
Mind blowing to me. Because can I say a couple of things? First of all, in Ireland, the funeral's 2 days after you die, maybe 3 tops.
Mad.
So I'm always like shaken by how long it takes you people to just like get it done. It's horrible.
The admin's tricky.
It's just like, oh my God, they just sat there. Where are they? In a fridge?
Yeah. Freezer.
20 days, yeah.
Jesus.
And if we hadn't gone for that particular date in May, it'd have to be the end of June.
That is wild.
Christ,
no, we
yeah.
whack them into their own home, throw them up on the dining table, put sandwiches around them, eat some drink and play some music around them, and then we bury them quick as you can, please, before you ruin the egg sandwich.
That does sound a lot better, actually.
It's much healthier,
Are you
I think.
kidding?
No, but it actually
In the
is.
living room with the sandwiches?
Yeah.
Not
that's
my
exact-
living room. I'm not going to host the funeral.
No, but that's absolutely right.
When
So
you die, is that what you want?
an Irish funeral?
Yeah.
No, because we're way too religious.
Okay. Can I pop you in my living room for a bit, just for fun?
No, you do weird stuff. So you'd be like brushing my hair,
Smelling her
and
belly
stuff.
button.
Yeah.
Playing Wicked out
Okay.
loud. Me just
That's it.
singing For Good, looking at dead Catherine. I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. Oh my God, you joined in. Oh my God.
Because I knew it would fucking spook you.
Okay, for any new listeners, Catherine just joined in with a Wicked song, which is really, that is
I
knocked
knew
me
it would
for
give you the
six.
creeps. I knew it would give you the creeps.
Where did that come from? Oh, if you went to see Wicked without me, I swear to fucking Lucifer.
No, I went to see Wicked when I first moved to London, and that's what confirmed that.
And you learned the lyrics?
I did like the songs from
Yeah.
Wicked, yeah. I just didn't really like the people there.
Like a stream that meets a boulder. When it's
Don't push your luck. You got one
Yeah,
song
you
right
got
there.
one. I'm like,
it's the same song.
come on.
Okay, incredible. I would be singing that with, well, we'll do it when you're alive, when we do Candle Making Day. Brilliant. Thank you very much.
I guess I have been changed.
For the better.
I was gonna say for good.
Because I knew you. Because
I'm not going higher.
Because I knew you.
That's pretty good, actually.
No,
No, it wasn't.
Oh, well, no, but
Metric is
anyone's
Christian and
listened-
Adina. We're not acting like that was good.
True, but I was putting it...
Kristen, please.
I
said
was-
Kristen.
Okay, thank God.
I was comparing against the metric of Helen doing karaoke at the live shows.
Oh, that was painful.
which
you're
is
right.
a low
You're
bar.
right.
No offense, Helen.
Hey,
I genuinely
Sorry.
thought me and Halle Bailey were
Bailey.
Halle
Halle
were
Bailey. Halle Bailey.
indistinguishable from each other during that song.
Andrew, please
Yes.
can we do a listener problem? I know it's early in the show, but
Wait,
I
we haven't finished the funeral.
Yeah, but I already didn't like the story, and because it was making me sad.
Oh,
and
No,
it gets
funny
fun.
funeral.
okay, good. Go on.
Because the celebrant was clearly very underprepared, so he kept holding up the program and pointing at my granddad's name, going, Thomas Paget. And he went, "We're here today in loving memory." Pointed at the words "loving memory," and at the very start of the funeral, he went, "Such a lovely day."
It's
not
like
a happy
Steve
one.
Carell in the office. What?
It was very funny.
Don't, because that's the thing, because
No.
you have a meeting with someone before you have the funeral just to like talk about their life and just make sure that the tone is right. And it's like, then they're doing that so many times. And in general, like, they're older people. Like, they're
Yeah.
not remembering these things. And everyone's just there going,
That's a nightmare.
At one point, he read out.
Thomas Paget.
but it's a good distraction.
He read out his birth date and went, what would Tom's mother thought when he got that bundle of joy? How would his life turn out? Well, now we know. Now to Daddy for the... What's it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
That was genuinely a part of the service.
Well,
it was him
Now we
saying that.
know.
I think it's like obviously like it's such a sad day of funeral, but like when there's something funny that like undercuts the tension,
Oh my god, so good.
it really makes such
So
a
good.
difference.
So good.
Like maybe they're doing it on purpose.
That is
I'd
so.
respect
That
that.
is like a parody, though. That's like,
Yeah.
what would she have thought his life was going to work out as? Well, now we know.
Did
Pretty underwhelming, am I right, lads? What? Why would? Oh my god.
you pull Bauer or do any speeches or anything?
I did a poem.
Love
yes.
Which one?
I wrote a poem.
You
Andrew,
wrote it,
I
Andrew.
did,
You're
yeah.
so cute. But I don't want to hear a poem written by a
Well,
poet.
no,
I don't
but
know.
I will say this though. I'd already written a poem previously about my grandparents,
Yeah.
and my mum asked me if I'd do a poem on it, and I said, "Oh yeah, I'll do that one." And she went, "Oh no, it's not quite right for the funeral." So
Okay,
I
savage,
said,
but love
"Fine,
it.
I'll write a new one." And then at the end of her eulogy, she quoted the poem that I'd written previously that she said was not good enough.
Oh.
She stole my poetry.
She fucking had you.
Yeah.
Wait, did she refer to the fact that what she was quoting? Or
Yeah,
did she just
she said
steal-
it was my poem, but still the fact that
after
she
was
read,
like, you have to write a new poem, but it's only because she wanted to use his to quote.
yeah.
This is the best
What? Like it's her dad's funeral?
mother
Yeah.
gay son drama.
Touche,
Mother
touche.
gay son drama. That is what it is, isn't it? Because they love each other so
That's
much.
so
My
true.
gay son can never do it. He's amazing. Fashion advice, emotional support,
He writes
stealing his
lovely
poems.
that I will be stealing, actually. Oh my god, that is such gay drama. We love to see it. Wow. Well, I guess it's
How
very-
many stanzas was your poem?
The original was like 8, and the new was like 4.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you're not putting your back
4.
into the second one. Jeez.
Yeah.
He's
Eight's
dead.
long.
He's not going to hear it.
Wow.
Sorry, Andrew. Sorry
Thank
for your
you.
loss. Sorry for your loss.
I did. I
Thanks.
once. So one of my
Sorry,
grandparents
Andrew.
had died. I played the flute.
Sorry, Andrew. I do realise that.
It's okay. It's okay.
No,
I
that
forgive
was
you.
in censorship.
It's gallows humor. We love gallows humor here.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry, Andrew.
So my dad's parents, when they died, possibly the least grandparently like people of all time, like fucking 8 kids, fucking look at me one more time, that fucking little brat. Like, and then I think on purpose, all of their kids were like,
I like him. I
who
think
wants
they sound
to
fun.
sing a song or read a poem at Granny and Grandpa's funerals? 'Cause they died like
Stick
they
up
weren't
your-
married, but they died 2 weeks after each
Stick
other.
up your art, kiddos.
And I had just started playing the flute, which lasted for 2 years.
You did not do novice flute at your grandmother's funeral.
And the only songbook I had was Disney. Like, you got a friend. So I didn't do Disney because I was like that kid that was like, I can't, it's disrespectful. So I did Morning Has Broken on the flute with a below grade 1 level. Morning has broken.
Also, who is it disrespectful to? Disney or your grandparents? It's like
They hated kids so much. The last thing they want is a kid at their funeral, full stop. Let alone a grandchild who is like doing the act of grief almost because they're so young and they don't really know their
Sweet
grandparents. Being like,
God.
I'm sorry, I won't be able to attend school this week. I have a funeral to go to and I'm playing a song.
this week. You didn't get out of a whole week of school, surely.
No, I probably didn't get out of any of it actually. Not
Yeah,
for
that's
those two
bloody hell.
grandparents. Rest in peace, you old Crohn's.
Wow. Savage up in here.
It really has.
Hey, any problems, Andrew?
Oh, so many problems.
Oh,
Lots of problems.
sorry.
And lots of updates as well.
Oh my god! Actually, can we have updates, please? Because I don't know if you've listened to the. Will it be out by now? The Patreon extra.
Yeah.
The live.
Okay, so if you've not listened, if you're not a patron, genuinely please join our Patreon just to listen to the extra live show that we put on. We had an update on a problem that was truly, profoundly the most shocking, earth-shattering, confounding, hilarious, astounding, traumatic, and mind-boggling, like sum up to a situation we've ever had.
If you
And
follow us
it's-
online, you saw our pictures on our
Oh
Instagram
my god,
stories.
us reacting.
Did Felicity Ward message you
Yeah,
as
that
well?
we looked like we were in a Shakespeare play.
We looked like we were doing a musical version of Macbeth.
We truly,
like the
'cause
three
we were
witches.
like a chorus of witches. We were like, no, what? No. Honestly, I can't. I think it rivals your wee story in terms of the shock
Thank
it got.
you. Thank you.
It
I agree.
Is honest. I went home and told my girlfriend and her housemate, and indeed best friend Charlie Clive, guest of the show, friend of the show.
Friend of everyone's.
They were like, honestly, you know when you text someone and you're like, I have gossip, and Charlie was like, honestly, I thought it'd be boring, but this is insane. They were on tenterhooks.
I
Go on.
told Sunil and he went, and they didn't know.
No, he
That was
didn't. Get a grip, Sunil.
was it.
Get a grip. Go on, Andrew.
Very
Sorry.
avuncular
So-
for you.
Oh, very nice.
Thank you.
Actually, a lot of the updates were people telling us their own drunk hotel situations in response to Helen.
Okay, I actually received some of these messages individually.
hates
and
it.
if I get one more woman
wants to be
messaging me being like,
special.
I get it, I once pissed myself, it's not the same. It's not the same.
I mean, that's just because you want to be special.
Pissing yourself clothed when you're laughing at something hysterically is not the same as waking up naked somewhere you've never been before. It just isn't.
There are two things that haunt me most about that story. The first is when that little boy turned around and was like, never. And the other is the words, onto the street. I
do you
just didn't
remember?
anticipate where the door
How
was
many
gonna-
times have you listened to it?
Oh no, I just replay it in my mind. And also, I can't stress this enough, no one will talk to me about anything else. So that's pretty much my life now.
I went to play the comedians
Honest.
football and everyone talked to me about it, yeah.
Oh my god, Andrew, you're in comedians football. So cool.
It's been a tough 2 weeks for little Helen. I'll level
Yeah,
with
that's
you.
rough.
Yeah.
That's rough. Okay, so we don't want to hear those stories. Sorry.
No. Also,
Sorry.
none of them are as bad. But we do have an update. This was a question we got from a 16-year-old listener.
Oh god,
Ari.
what did we say?
Seeing a naked body for the first time.
No, that's not the
Okay.
problem. That has never been a problem on the show.
We got a young man from Australia here, and he had a crazy story for us at work.
Once again, we would still like to see the CCTV
Well, I'd
footage
pay
from
good
the
money
new
for the
town
footage.
Sydney.
I'd pay
Please
good
do
money.
get in contact. Thank you.
Go on, Andrew.
No, it was a person who was 16 years old wanting to come out, struggling to tell their family, even though their family weren't homophobic, they just couldn't get the words out.
Yeah.
But they hoped to see you in Melbourne with their future girlfriend. That was their ambition.
Okay, so they're hoping to see us.
They're hoping to see you back in Melbourne, so they live in Melbourne with their future girlfriend. That is their dream.
I love this.
Okay, so
dream.
what's the update?
The update is hi
Imagine
again.
the update is I'm straight now.
Yeah.
I talked to my family and they reminded me how straight
I gave
am.
up on women and I've moved to Fiji. So fuck all of you.
No, and I like that you localised your move to Berlin
Thank
reference.
you.
That's
Yeah,
lovely.
very cute.
Thank you.
So almost a year on from when I first sent the email, a lot has happened.
Whoa.
First, I did come out to my parents.
Yay!
Proud
and
of
they
you.
kept you and loved
very
you.
brave. Kept you.
We'll see.
Oh,
Kept you. Imagine if they gave
No,
her
they did,
away.
yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank
What did they
God.
say?
Before the advice got back to me, but that's okay because it wouldn't have helped. It was kind of a mess. My dad straight up asked me if I had any clarity, quote unquote, on my sexual identity. And then I started crying even before I said anything. He kind of came out to me. It was very strange. But it's over now. On to bigger and
If
better
I had
things.
any clarity on my sexual orientation.
As in, like, the dad probably already knew.
I guess he was trying to like prompt the
But
conversation.
it makes it sound like the dad's holding like a clipboard and is like, we have to get through a few things today. Do you have any clarity? It's like we're actioning things from the last meeting. Like, have you had any clarity on that situation? It's like, wow, that dad feels like he works in corporate. But go on.
Speaking of bigger and better things, while I was listening to the podcast where you answered my email, nearly
Yeah.
6 months after it actually came out, Sorry, we do have quite a
We got a backlog, baby.
And we also accidentally repeated 2 problems at one point, which did.
It's going to take up more time if we're doing the problems twice. That's true. Go on.
I was getting ready to go see Chloe Pets with my friend,
Yes.
which is kind of this insane coincidence. And then, like, I cannot make this up, as part of a crowd bit, Chloe called us the lesbians. For context, I'd said I was gay earlier, and my friend had just revealed she's vegetarian. So that was a nice circular moment.
Oh my God, Chloe Pat.
That's so sweet.
That's really
I
lovely.
love that. That is very
And
full
also
circle.
that does count as your plan came true because like Chloe is a hog.
I mean, I don't want to say that I believe in like
Manifestations.
I don't, but I do think like telling yourself what you want from your life makes you more likely to follow the path you want. Of course.
For sure. We also had, I will come back to that.
Oh my God, what should I say? I feel like emboldened right now to say something that I want. I want to meet someone. Yeah. I want to meet someone.
Whoa, do you?
Yeah.
Hey, let's stay with that for
Let's
a
not
second.
discuss it.
No, let's stick
Let's
with
not
that. Let's
discuss
discuss
it.
with
We're
that.
not discussing it. We're not discussing
Okay,
it.
I'm proud
But
of
that
you.
is what I want to meet someone. There we go.
Proud of you.
She said it.
Proud of you.
But not if they're annoying
Okay, I'm proud of you.
or like piss me off, but it's always there.
Okay.
It's not a caveat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But Chloe Pets definitely counts as a hog.
With a good appetite
I
for food and
pussy.
pussy.
I knew.
Oh.
What have you done to me? Try a little do. Little do. Okay, I thought you'd made me disgusting, and then I cannot keep up
And
with
then
you.
for a nice buffet. Anyway, sorry.
That was quite the experience.
You're welcome, Andrew.
I was going to say, Chloe Pets definitely counts as a trusty hogger.
I turned myself on. I'm so sorry. Could you tell? I was wondering why you were looking across at me.
I was like, she's fucking horny. She's horny. Also, because you started to move in your chair. You moved in your chair, and I was like, this motherfucker's humping her chair.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, and particularly after what we discussed at the beginning of
I
this
hate that I
episode.
know you well enough to know that I hate. And I was like, no, what is going on here?
I'm sorry, I made, yeah.
So back to our 16-year-old
It's-
listener.
Oh, this isn't right.
So, I'm sorry
Congratulations.
on coming out.
There's a few more milestones in this email as well.
Are there?
Good.
Okay, yeah, great, good stuff, yep.
The week after seeing...
Sorry, Andrew, I'm just going to have a little bit of water just to calm
Yeah,
down.
I think
Yeah,
so.
good idea. While you're getting that water, I will say another person emailed us in, RE Chloe Pets being obviously definitely a hog, because they'd said that they'd completed the Hogs Infinity Gauntlet, which is seeing Bauer, Bohart, Pets and White all in stand-up.
Oh my God, the Infinity Gauntlet.
It's really fun.
So great.
Oh my god, I forgot to tell you that leaving the live, somebody assumed that I meant to say it to M actually, because someone was like, someone referred to M as if M was Ellen. As in, like, obviously thought that not knowing the face of either, that who was it?
That M
What
was
it?
Ellen.
Yeah, and I was like, I ain't gonna correct you. I'm gonna piss off Chloe Pets, but then I never said it to M or Chloe Pets, and I'm just saying it on the podcast, so...
Well,
Fuck
Chloe
out.
listens to this. Chloe listens to every episode.
Yeah, Chloe, people thought I could date your girl.
Yeah, and
Why have I
Chloe,
become this guy?
Chloe, why didn't you call me back at the weekend?
And also, Chloe, your brother's real nice, and he's helped me a lot with buying my car.
Yeah, but why didn't you call me back at the weekend?
Oh, she was playing for Crystal Palace. She's
I
a
know, but
professional
why you
footballer
not
now.
call Helen back at the weekend?
Oh,
I didn't call you back either.
You didn't? Oh my God, that's a real shocker, actually. I rang you like twice. And neither time you responded.
I was busy, and I knew you wanted to talk about work, and I didn't want to talk about work, and I was
No,
busy.
the first time I did need to talk about work with you
I
because
was
we're doing
busy.
a job together this week.
I was busy.
And then I literally spoke to you about it, and you were like, "Doesn't even matter." And I was like, oh, "That's fine then." And the second time was actually for friendship.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Was it for?
It was actually.
You never call me about friendship
It
anymore.
was actually. Do you know why? Because you said you wanted more calls.
I
about
know, I
friendship.
did. I was like,
So I did
you
it.
have to ask me how I am.
Catherine was like, "We only ever talk about work," and I was like, "I know, like it has become that at the moment." And so I was like, I'm going to call her just for fun chats. And then she didn't answer.
I was like, it's probably about work. It's a no. Andrew, tell us. Sorry,
Yes. So thank you to
update on
Philip and Amanda from the Infinity Gauntlet completion.
Congratulations.
And back to A. This is from A. And they say the week after they saw Chloe Pets, I kissed my best friend after formal.
Wait, the same one who was at the show with them?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Sorry, after formal, cute.
And then a few weeks after that, I got my heart moderately broken by a girl. So really the self-growth. But yeah, the main thing, I guess...
Baby girl, you're becoming a full-on lesbian.
Yeah.
You're kissing girls, you're getting your heart broken by friends. This is phenomenal.
Smashing it.
You're watching Chloe Pats.
Yeah, life's going tremendously.
The main thing, I want to say that I'm in a much better place than when I first sent the email. I don't think I was proud then, but I am proud now.
Woohoo!
And an
it's
important
Pride,
message.
baby!
Oh, sorry. I was about to say an important message there. There are always better days.
Yeah, that's true.
There are always
That's true.
better
It never
days.
feels like it when you're in them, but they are.
Unless
There
you've got
are.
like dysentery, in which case it's just downhill, isn't it?
Well, no,
You
you
can
can get
recover
better
from
from
dysentery.
dysentery.
Can you?
Yeah.
It's not the farting one.
I need
Where you
this.
like fight yourself to death.
Shall we have on our fantastic guest?
On that note,
It's always a bad note. We never
you're
bring
right,
on a ghost
you're
guest
right,
on a
you're
good
right,
note.
and she wouldn't mind it.
Well,
She's
let's
a
say
very
good note.
understanding
And
woman.
how about this? We say my catchphrase, which Simon Moore's reminded me of the other day, our
Go
executive
on.
producer. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. We'll say it all together. In a world where you can be anything, be kind. And dear listener, you may now stop thinking about your toes. It's Lou Sanders.
Oh, for God's sake.
Thank you so much to our executive producers and our producers that allow us to keep making the show and making it everything we ever dreamed it could be. So first of all, to our exec producers, you know who they are, say them with me. It's the wonderful Guy Goodman, Simon Moores, Mary Fox, Annie Tonner, Sarah Jarque-Deakin, Oliver Jago, and Stewart Kerr.
Thank you so much. Thank you also to our producers, Richard Bicknell, Elle, Richard Bold, Neil Redmond, Victoria Hutchison, Emma Walton, Harald van Dijk, Tim and Dom, David Walker, Rachel R, Anthony Conway, Sadie Cashmore, Claire Owen-Jones, Jess Nick, Zoe, Sarah and Molly, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Rachel Page, Helen A, Tina Linsey, Graham Marsh, Amy O'Riordan, Abbie Worf, Kie Web, Matt Sims,
Kie
Luke,
Web.
I think it's Kia.
Damn it!
Kie Web, Matt Sims, Luke Bright, Leah, Kate Spencer, Mae Williams, Tristan, Liz Force, Taz, Chloe, Becky Fox, Amy,
Emily
G.
G. Damn it!
So many new producers. Thank you so much.
so
we
much.
could not keep it going at the minute, especially with all the new camera equipment we've had to buy. Thank you so much for supporting us. If you can support us on Patreon, thank you so much. If you can't, that's fine. You're still part of this. Enjoy the podcast. We love you, and we'll talk to you next week.
Leave us a review.
Lou Sanders.
It's Lou Sanders!
Welcome. How the hell are you?
Yeah, really good. I was considering just sort of coming on mute for a laugh. But
That would stress us out so
yeah,
much.
I know. I did it for 5 seconds and then I thought, no.
That was not 5 seconds.
No, speak.
How
It
are
was
you?
sort of.
Yeah, it was about 5 milliseconds.
What was the play out of the mute joke?
I just thought,
Just out of curiosity.
like, just see how long you could not talk for. And then I thought, why would you do that, you know?
Can I tell you-
Dream guest.
Can I tell you a story?
TrustyHogs.
This is like, I understand those intrusive thoughts. You're like, this will be a bit of fun, and then you've literally halfway through committed to it and go, this is the
No,
worst
why have I
idea
done
I've
this?
ever had.
The other
No.
day I was on the tube. Lou, we can cut this out of the podcast if you so decide. But the other day I was on the podcast. I was on the tube. I'm losing my mind. The other day I was on the tube and I saw a famous man, as I understood him to be. I was like, what do I know over? What's he in? Who is? I know him. I know him from something.
Brett
my God.
Goldstein.
I'm going through a list of, and then eventually, having stared at him in the face for so long, and he definitely caught me staring as well. So I was like, "Oh, she's checking me." Anyway, eventually I was like, "Nope, that's just a man who used to be on Lou's Instagram a lot."
No.
Oh, no. Was it my ex-boyfriend?
I'm pretty sure it was, and I had that moment where I was like. You look away, you seem crazy, and you don't know that man at all.
Well, we were texting the other day actually,
I'm
and
so
I said,
sorry.
I said, oh yeah, we were just chatting.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
oh, are you seeing anyone yet? Just casual, you know.
Yeah.
And he said, no, it'd have to drop down and slap me in the face for someone to, and also I'm doing some work on myself and I need to be
I
alone.
love that.
But
Yeah.
I thought, maybe that. Oh no!
That is your phone.
Andrew, pass the bag, please. I'm sorry,
my God.
we've got a
Did
phone.
I- did
If
I
that's
not
him,
say?
if
Did
that's
I not
him,
say?
if that's
Did
him
I not
though,
say?
could you imagine if it was him?
Nice bag.
It says kind bag, but it's not very kind to ruin a couple of girlies' podcasts, is it? At least I know I've got my phone on.
my
me.
God.
Sorry, I'm
Who
ready for
actually
your
has
bag
their
now.
phone
Hand
on?
cream.
Who actually has their phone like on loud?
I know.
These days?
It's like, okay, Grandma.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because I was listening to your podcast. Sorry, but she's very about the space.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
How did you pick that up already? I hate that.
Because
Do you
you
want me-
fixed the tablecloth by a loose lap 20
And
times.
and you also said, do you want to hang... No problem if you don't, but do you want to hang up your jacket? Do you want to hang up your jacket? And I said, would you rather I hang up my jacket? And you went, oh, no. And then he said, no one can see it. And you went...
Okay, fine.
Oh, how does it feel that I changed standing there instead of going to the toilet and I've just got a pile of clothes on the floor?
Look,
I don't. Loose Andrew.
it's good to work on your stuff.
Explain to the podcast listener what you just did.
I moved a pig and a candle around.
You moved all the stuff, but then you panicked and immediately put it back.
Yeah.
So I do. I both hate you for it, but I do respect that you immediately
you.
backed out of it. So thank you.
Thank you, sorry.
Yeah.
I was listening to your podcast. The reason my sound is on is
Yeah.
because I was listening to your podcast on the way in. Really great podcast.
Thank you.
Babe.
Lovely to be part of it. And the sound kept fading down. And I've never had that before, and I had to keep putting it up, and I'm on my bike, so obviously it's dangerous.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
And then I thought maybe
Jesus.
I'll fix it by turning my sound on, because sometimes on Instagram
Oh
it fixes
yes,
it.
of course.
And so that's when my sound's on.
Okay.
Good to get the whole story, isn't it?
Oh
Good to get the first scoop on that one.
But also something for us to look into because quality is important to us here at
Quality
Trusty
control.
Hogs.
Yeah.
Well,
But
the content is quality control, but the sound wasn't.
Was it your ex-boyfriend texting?
No, I think it was Shannon and a girl called Chelsea.
Hey,
How
Shannon
are
and
they
Chelsea.
now?
Hey,
They're good?
girls.
Well, Chelsea is a spam on Telegram. It's
take it
a
back.
young lady with her breasts on display.
Oh
Which,
my goodness.
you know, live your life. But they just text everyone and they're fishing. So obviously I'm texting back after the podcast.
Wait, what's this? What's this?
What?
What am I on? What's Telegram
Sorry,
then? I
what?
thought Telegram was like a
What's
WhatsApp
Telegram?
thing.
Telegram is a WhatsApp thing, but I'll just show you.
Sorry, what?
And you're friends with spam bots on it.
Well, I'm not friends with them. I keep blocking them, but
What's happening?
block
I'm
user.
fascinated by this. I don't use Telegram.
No, it's for conspiracy theorists and people that don't want all their data to be harvested, I suppose.
Stop it.
I don't know. But
Okay,
there
when
was-
you came in here, I thought you were a young, hip gal. And now you're talking about conspiracy theories, your phone's
She's a
sounding
50-year-old on
loud.
Facebook.
My name's Debbie. You don't know what's out there, and I'm just doing the checks. No, what it is something. I do use WhatsApp more than Telegram, but some people won't use WhatsApp. Like my brother is against the person that owns WhatsApp and Facebook and everything. So he's
Zuckerberg.
and they do own your data.
Oh,
There
Jesse
was a-
Eisenberg.
Yeah. There was a new thing where they like own your data or something, and he was like, no thanks, and so just uses Telegram.
So Telegram was like a new texting platform that
Yeah, it's
ladies
not
send their
even new.
boobs on.
It's common in the pandemic, and then a lot of circles of alternative health people are conspiracy theories, and they will not use WhatsApp. So it's a cross bridge of my brother and some witches that will use Telegram.
Check him out on Telegram.
But you are witchy because I know we've spoken about this, I think on your podcast, but like I come from a lineage of witches.
Yes.
So it's like, because
We're wi-
Catherine's not actually a witch.
You're not a witch,
sadly.
but you'd think you would be because of the Irish heritage.
Yeah, when in
No,
actual fact, I'm
wait.
much more science-based than I think
Right.
either
We're
of you.
witchy, we're bitchy, and we're a little bit snitchy.
A little bit.
But I
You
do
barely
think
finished doing the thing, and Helen will be telling on you. Let me tell you.
I think you've got more witch powers than I do because I think you've divulged more into your powers where I'm genuinely frightened if I let them harness what I could do.
Yeah.
Because like, you know when you
Is
watch
it going to be
Matilda,
like this the whole time?
most of it, yeah. You know when you watch Matilda when you're younger and like everyone spends like a week looking at a cereal box going, I could move it.
Yeah.
I looked at it for 2 days and I went, no, because I know I can.
Wow.
And I'm scared of what I will unlock.
Wow,
Like,
okay.
genuinely.
I did about 2 minutes and thought, I don't think this is, and then just moved on because I get very impatient.
I thought the message of that film and indeed book was reading's good for children.
Oh,
Did not
square.
get that. Did
Oh, dear.
Reading.
Bit of a square.
You
And
fucking
also
loser.
that social services should really have stepped in earlier, am I right?
Yes, you're right.
Why?
Yeah.
What was wrong with Zinnia and Harry? I thought they were wonderful parents.
I actually can't remember a thing about it.
Okay.
I just
If my
think-
parents let me watch that much TV, I'd be over the fucking moon.
I just think that, well, first of all, I don't think the solution to anyone's problem is that the teacher has to bring all the children home who have problems, because that's just an unsustainable solution. As much as I
Yeah,
love
and
Miss
it's
Honey.
really putting pressure on the teachers,
It
and it
really
really should be a
is.
state.
You're
That
right,
cottage
you're
has
right.
3
Support
bedrooms
system.
max,
Yeah.
right? But I just felt like somebody should have stepped in earlier.
Also, not ideal for sort of would-be paedophiles.
No! And there's a lot of would-be who aren't.
Yeah.
That's what we've got to look out
Just
for.
opportunistic teetering.
Yes.
Christ on a bike. Trigger.
actually-
Retrospective trigger warning.
Oh yeah, trigger warning. Paedophiles, is it? Was trigger warning there?
Just move on.
All
And
of us
witches.
trigger warning.
No, we don't trigger warning witches because the hunt's over.
Yeah.
The hunt's
Oh, thank
over.
God. Listen, thank God. Hey, how are you still not skateboarding, rollerblading?
Not as much, no. I'm sort of channeling my creative endeavours into my work at the moment.
That was the grossest thing
Wait a second.
anyone has ever
Wait a
said.
second. That whole time you were roller skating, you weren't writing
Thank
jokes.
you.
I've never been more disgusted in my life.
Thank you.
I'm actually channeling it all into like creative
Wait a
endeavours.
second. When you were rollerblading, were you not working?
That is from when there was a kid who every Christmas, one of my exes, not the one you eyed up on the tube, one of my exes was this little kid would copy his dad's like business speech, and at the end of the afternoon, like say, Boxing Day or whatever, he'd just shake everyone's hand and say, "Thank you very much for a wonderful time. Good luck in all your endeavours." It made us laugh so much, but I forgot when I said that you'd never met this little kid.
No, we weren't in that relationship. No.
You'd be trying.
I would be.
Next
On the
time
tube,
you're on
I'd
the
be like,
Northern Line.
best of luck in all your... Oh, sorry, that's not our gag. That's not our gag. Did you do that after sex? Best of luck in all your
Best of luck.
endeavours?
Yeah.
Very good stuff.
I did high five someone after sex, and another
That's
time.
nice though. A high five
Yeah.
is nice because it lets them know they've done a good job.
Yes.
You know?
Oh,
Well, he was
no.
impotent, but yeah. And
But they can still, honestly, impotence is not the end of sex.
No,
it really isn't.
it really
Hand stuff,
isn't.
mouth stuff, chatting. Like
Yeah.
there's other things to do.
is chatting sex? Are we all
You're
having
not
sex
impotent on
with
the
each
tongue.
other?
You're not impotent on the tongue.
I'm sorry, at what stage did you high five then?
Well, just sort of after we'd rolled around, it wasn't
Yeah.
happening. A quick high five. Another time I got out some change because I think he was a bit of an F boy. I won't swear. And fuck boy.
Yeah, no,
And,
I knew,
We got it. Thank you.
And I gave him some money afterwards. And went, there we go. That's for you.
You paid.
Yeah.
How
I
much?
paid. Oh, about £3.50.
That's quite good actually.
Nice. What did you take it?
I just sort of left it on the table.
Did he take it or leave it there?
Well, I left it, so someone took it.
Oh, you left it at his house.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll never
Well, I
know.
did. I said I left you a little thank you on the table. Sorted out.
I think the only thing you could
He
do
never
to
called
a
back.
guy-
And he had money for the phone and everything. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Do you think the only physical thing you could do after sex that would really upset them is the pat on the head? Like guys fucking hate that.
God.
Can
Do
you
have
imagine?
nice sex with
Anybody
someone
would
and you
hate
go,
that.
Thank you. Pat, 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 and they get so upset. So
I'd be
they
Yeah.
furious.
dehumanising.
Yeah.
I'd be furious.
What about going to this? Oh, got your nose, but to your downstairs.
Oh, I got it. There it is. Like just a tiny little nail.
You'd have to do a middle. Can you do that with a middle? That's
But can I just say, I don't think we should ever make fun of men's penis sizes, and I'm
I don't. I'd have nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I don't agree with it because we're so passionate about not making fun of, like, being respectful of female anatomy.
Agreed.
And I really think I would never want a man to feel bad about the size of his member. And I've always said this, some of the best sex I've had was with a man with a medically small penis.
Because they know what to do with their tongue.
Yes, they've
Yes.
read the book She Comes First.
Yes.
Ooh.
She should come first, though. She always should.
Should come first.
Well, what do you do in lesbian relationships then?
You call it. Isn't that what you say?
Yeah, well, the thing is that's at the start when it's all going on forever and ever and ever. You just eventually have to be like, babe, can we take a break? But there is another issue in lesbianism, which is that, like, if you have sex with, if one of you has sex and then, like, obviously you get the sleepies, don't you, after an orgasm sometimes, then the other person's a
It
bit
depends if it's morning or night.
it does, but I, for one, am very, like, lulled to sleep. If I've had a great orgasm, I will be like, sleepy time, but that's quite rude.
But could they? Oh no.
When the other person hasn't
could
had
you
it.
chuck him a toy and say, you know,
Have fun with that.
chuck him a toy and say you're on your own, love?
Actually,
you
that would be
could
quite
if you
romantic.
didn't. I don't think that would be romantic. I don't think she'd think of it as
Yeah.
romantic.
If you sized it up for her and like decorated it a bit, let's say.
Yeah, I don't. If somebody threw a
Personalised
toy
with
at
a
me
name.
and said, have fun with that, I'd be like, excuse me. But I don't know, maybe a new expensive toy, maybe.
Interesting.
Something to think about. Send in your answers, please, to trustyhogs@gmail.com.
I've never had toys brought into the bedroom.
What?
I'm telling you that, never, ever. And I'm super game for it. Like, I would love to peg someone. I think granted, I think it would be I'd be a bit too overexcited. So I understand why the first wave of pegging, when it hit us, I'd say like 2014, no one was like strap one on her, because I think they knew that I was going to be a bit too into it. But now it's been a while, and I'd still like the opportunity.
Why don't you buy some toys?
Fish her price.
But isn't the etiquette with the person who's being entered by them?
I was sitting on that for a while. Let you finish. And
I
then-
could see you went for the mic twice. I saw that. I saw it. Share prize. I don't think I could. I don't think I'd be very good at pegging.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like.
With your aim and focus?
I think.
With your aim?
No, listen. I don't think it's that. That's the precision's not the issue. I just think. I think that I like things clean.
How's it not clean?
Well, anal is a little.
Douche before.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Andrew?
I'm really out of my comfort zone now.
It's very simple.
Yeah, it is. You don't even have to buy a kit. You can just use a shower.
I'm
Sometimes.
staying absolutely shtum.
What, you don't douche ever out of curiosity?
Oh no,
No,
I
God, no.
just, I'm waiting till we get onto the intellectual stuff.
Oh, it'll be a long time.
Wow.
Oh, no, I can do intellectual stuff. I've read my first Virginia Woolf book.
Have you?
Which one?
Yeah. A Room of One's Own.
Oh, I've heard
Very
of it,
nice.
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
She had a horrible time of it, Virginia. She was not happy.
Okay, so we tried to talk about something intellectual and you asked us to cut it out because that was too private.
I keep my intellectual stuff very close to my heart.
Do you ever have a desire to be an academic and then you read
No.
one paper and you're like, I'll kill myself?
No, I'd hate to be an academic.
It's awful,
Yeah, me
isn't
too.
it?
They never see any natural light. And we're back on the main
Honestly,
episode.
I'm actually working on my aggression at the moment.
Are you? How are you
'Cause-
working on it?
Because I feel like I use it to fill silences because I get panicked and I want to be able to just like be with them more. So instead of having to like, I heard someone else.
Where did you get this insight?
I heard someone else on a podcast.
Is this from
A
therapy?
different podcast. Therapy.
Podcast
they
is
did,
therapy.
calm down,
Yeah, I
podcast
agree.
is therapy.
Andrew, is this one for the extras? Podcast is therapy.
Yeah, for the extras, that one.
No,
actually.
we're actually still in the main episode.
Yeah, I know.
Now. And
Podcast
I think that's
is
good.
therapy.
But you know when you're like,
good stuff.
I will fill every moment, and then, you know when people like talk about like meeting someone for the first time and their first impressions, like it's the worst game of all time. I hate it. We've got like, let's say what we thought about each other when we first met each other, and it's like the only reason you bring
You're
that
the
up is
only
'cause it's
person
not
I know
good.
who starts that game.
Bull fucking shit.
I don't know anybody else who would start that
Olga
game.
Cock does it all the time. And Lou Sanders, I'm assuming.
How's the
See, now I'm
aggression
using
going?
aggression
Yeah,
now 'cause I'm
yeah,
panicking.
yeah.
I'm using aggression. So I will use it when I don't have an answer. I'll just say crap.
Can you be here every week?
I did used to ask it in my podcast, First Impressions. Yeah, but I forgot to ask it, and actually I'm going to put it back in because I think it's a great question.
No, stick with Bridge Over Cuddle Water.
Why don't you like it?
Because it's never good. Like the answer
is.
is always like I thought you were. Well, everyone always says to me, I thought you were an aggressive, like mental patient.
That's not what my first impression of
What
you
was your first impression?
You know what my first impression was of
Nice
you
girl
was?
with cigarettes that I can have.
Yeah, and also truly the only normal person in that room. No offense to the other people, but we did a baby comedy competition together, and everyone was taking it so seriously, We went in, the room was silent. Everyone was looking at their notes. It's like a 5-minute set. Chill out, you know your set. It's the only thing you have.
Yeah.
And then Helen was like, do you want to go to the balcony for a cigarette? And I was like, yes, please. And thus our relationship was born.
I didn't have any other friends at the time because I was living in Germany.
It was gorgeous. I was so pleased you were there. Oh my God. I was like, thank God this really tall girl's normal.
See, that's a lovely first
Okay,
impression.
Lou, what was your first impression of
Can't
Catherine and
remember.
I was wrong, by the way.
I have no idea.
Forgettable.
I've got no idea of my first impression of anyone.
Right? I don't have an answer for it usually either. 'cause it's
Unless they've made a very
did
good
we
or a
meet? I
very
don't know.
bad impression.
I remember bad ones. Like
Yeah.
there's someone who I once like I was like, I always panic when I feel like someone doesn't know people, so I'm like trying to introduce and make them feel really comfortable. I went to buy them a drink, and then they were like, no, I'm just going to go instead. And I had the drink in my hand, and I was like, I
not
am
nice.
never going to forget this. Andrew
That's
White.
not
No, I'm joking, it wasn't Andrew. So this is what I mean. I panic and then I just say shit. So
Yeah.
instead of doing that from now onwards,
Yeah.
I'm just, if I don't know, I don't know. And I'm just going to sit here quietly.
Well, my therapist said
Go on.
a nice, deep, big breath. And that does help. And then she said also pop yourself in your body. I'm out here. She said pop yourself in your
How
body.
did she say to do that?
You just sort of get in your body. Rather than being all your energy here,
She's
you
pointing
just
out her head.
filter it down into the old bod. And then
That's
you,
nice.
then you can
That's
sort of
nice.
look
Bit of
around the bod.
grounding.
Yeah.
But does your
Bit of
therapist do
grounding.
that window of tolerance thing?
No.
So it's like, I think
She's
it's like,
very intolerant to me.
oh, okay,
She
well.
really is. She actually
She's
really
exhausted.
is. She is. She the other day she said you get your kicks through controlling everyone.
To you?
Yeah, and I said I don't
Did
think
she have my form by any chance? Or she accidentally looked at the wrong file.
I was like, well, I don't think that's a very nice way to put it. And she said, well, I had to wake you up because I've been trying to tell you for ages. Yeah.
Do you think she's right?
Yeah.
Really? I don't get that from you at
No, a
all.
little bit, maybe, but I mean, I'm gunning for perfection, so there's going to be
Me
some
too. So there's
niggles.
going to be control issues. Yeah, same.
I mean,
If you love perfection, if you strive to be a people pleaser and a perfectionist, you think that the best way to do that, you don't mean to, is but you try to control everything, and that includes people.
yeah.
Yeah, but those two things are at odds with each other as well.
But also, if like your mother wasn't safe or your parents weren't safe, and you thought, well, I've got to do this, then that's where you learn it from. Of like, I'll come in, I'll clean this up. You know what I mean?
Like Andrew did with the water spillage.
Yeah, like
earlier.
Andrew did. Yeah, you
Oh,
clumsy,
Andrew, what
you
you-
clumsy bitch. But what were you going to say? And I interrupted. And I'm sorry about that.
I was gonna say, like, so it's called the window of tolerance, and like my therapist showed it to me. So this is like my second therapist, and in my entire life. So that's how stable I am. So doing really well. And it's basically like everyone has, like, if you're in your head, it's sort of like from your chest upwards, like a bit of panic, like you're overthinking things, you're a bit stressed, and which I'm not in very often, the overthinking, sadly. And then you've got the window of tolerance, which is here when you're just like you're in your body, everything's okay. Take things one thing at a time, no stress. And then the bottom, we haven't even got to it because we're too busy just trying to figure out what's happening
I
up
live
top.
in the head, baby.
Yeah.
But then you're not like present for things. You're
Yeah.
constantly worrying. Like, so if you're having a chat with someone, if you're in your head, you're like, what do they think of me?
Yeah.
Is this person feeling welcome? Are they included? And I think a bit of that is good because you are welcoming in the world. But like, it means that you just spend the whole day just so stressed. You must be so tired at the end of every interaction.
What about if I'm up my ass?
Andrew, can we Google what it means in mental health wise
If I'm right
if
up
you're
my
up your
ass?
assy?
Yeah.
No,
How far up? Like finger height or like all the way into the rectum?
I'm in my intestines.
Sick, small or big?
No, I'm up here. I'm trying to get down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get down. Once when I had craniosacral, which I'm always banging on about.
Wait, what's that?
Oh, don't even. I'm always banging on about it. I might as well have a t-shirt. Anyway, it's a thing.
What is it? Sorry.
Well, we don't know. But it's like osteopathy, but it's not. It's a bit more woo-woo than osteopathy.
Sorry, is this a crystals thing?
No. It's a
A brain scan where someone
No,
does it by
it's
looking into
not.
your eyes.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what it is. We're never going to get to the bottom of what it is.
Okay, sorry. What does it sell itself as?
A division of osteopathy, but it's a bit more woo-woo. It's called craniosacral. I'm embarrassed how much I bring it up. Anyway, I'm going for it today, actually. He said, the point is,
Osteopathy.
well, forget all this, cut all this out. But this alternative practitioner said to me, you're not in your leg. You've got no legs, energy-wise. You're not in your legs at all. You're up here. And actually, I can feel that I'm not in my legs. And then my friend went to some other one, and they were like, you're not in your legs. Do you know what I mean or not? Try and feel your legs now.
Yeah.
Are you in your legs?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not in my legs.
I don't know if I am,
No,
actually.
I'm not in my...
I can feel my knees and ankles.
Well,
Like,
that's good.
I'm with the joints. Do you mean like...
I just
Like
can't
a
feel any,
thigh?
like, kind of... You know,
Energetic.
I have to, like, stamp to get them in there.
I'm sorry to say it, girls. I'm sorry to say it, but recently I've started Pilates. I know you're sick of it. I know you're sick of me and you're sick of it. But let me tell you, it makes me feel so in my body
That's great.
and not strong. None of that does it like actually connected to my body.
Wow.
In a way that I have not felt before. She hates
you've
it.
gotta
I just
get
think we've
hates
heard
it.
enough about the Pilates.
Oh, I love anything that helps you helps me. You know what I mean?
But don't you feel in your body as well when you're like trapped in a seat on the bus and you're like this and you're so aware of your body?
Yeah, when I'm like sweating at the back of my knees,
Yeah.
sure. But I'd rather not always be flight or fight
Yeah.
when I'm in my body. Which is like you're right. When I'm in panic, I'm in my body. In that way where I'm like aware of my body.
Maybe
but
everyone's window of tolerance is different then. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I think what you're
No.
saying it rings true for me too.
So we just all need to like be in our hearts.
Oh, lovely.
So like here and just like it's a green zone. You
Yeah.
know, it's all green around here and just like
You've
feel
got
it.
something wrong with your tits.
Yeah, I was like, what? Are
My
you
tits
talking-
are like green.
Green. Yeah.
Actually, I did have that the other day. Do you ever have
Green
like a vein come like really close to the surface that you've never seen there before?
Oh, no, mine are just sort of milky and dreamy.
Yeah, I don't really know what you mean. Mine are
I had like a
very
really
tits.
greeny purple vein, like surface, like not like varicose, but like she was there, and I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with the color of that?" And then it just went back down, and I was
What is
like,
wrong with you?
"I don't know." I assumed it was like some sort of blessing.
Yes, it's
It's
Or
probably
maybe,
a blessing.
Maybe your brain was stressed. You know, like
Maybe.
you know, like bald men sometimes get a vein on their head when they're angry.
Yeah.
Maybe your boob was angry.
But also, we are witches, so sometimes things
Oh,
do
for
happen
Jesus'
to us
sake.
that we're not
Andrew,
even sure about.
My window of tolerance.
Do you want to
is
hear about
closing
my
now,
witch
may I say
beginnings?
that?
Yes.
Did I tell you this already?
Helen, my
I was
window of
born
tolerance
to
is
be-
closed, my darling. It's closed.
Oh, can we hear the which beginning?
Yeah.
fuck's sake.
Sorry.
So, because witches do run in our family, we pass down through the female
Amazing.
line. It was passed to me the second I was born, because my grandma sat up in bed 20 minutes to midnight on the 25th
You've
of
told
March,
this story
1991. Please, Lou doesn't know it. And went, Anne just had a baby girl.
No.
Anne's my mother. And then 20 minutes later, my dad rung and went, Anne just had a baby girl. My
So she was
grandfather
20
went,
minutes off,
we knew.
actually.
We knew. And bang on, incredible. And that grandma won the lottery like twice
Really?
or three times.
Really? How
Yeah.
much on the lotto?
All of it. On the
No,
American lottery,
no,
gave it all to a
no,
friend.
no.
Good Christian woman.
No, she gave it to a friend. What, are you jealous you didn't get inheritance?
I'm learning to let go of it. It's not good for my window of tolerance.
No, but you could maybe win on the lotto with your witchiness.
I know, but
No,
I
we
have
had a psychic
me and my
then.
cousins have a theory that we have a lot of money hidden in the family somewhere that we're
Oh,
going to get one day.
really?
Because my grandfather invented Zavirax, we just cannot fathom that we
Also,
don't get
we have
anything
a
from it.
psychic in on the podcast, and she said that Helen's not going to win the lotto, but I am.
Who said that? A psychic?
Penelope, my psychic medium.
Really?
Yeah, she's really lovely.
You're going to
We'd
win on the
love
lotto?
She doesn't even play.
Well, a psychic said I might win on the gamble,
Look,
so I'm
they
not
are a
exactly
lot-
holding out hope.
Yeah, a lot of them are full of caca. I've got to say.
Not
it.
this one, not
Yeah.
Penelope.
Really?
She honestly understands me
She's
in a way
full of
that's frightening.
Botox.
She told me to say yes to things, and I did, and I got more stuff.
That's just normal.
Oh,
I got more stuff I'd said yes to. Yeah, okay.
She said if
Okay,
I join the
Penelope.
apps, I'd go on dates more, and I do. Okay. Yeah, she's.
No, because I'm going to
Isn't
meet
it?
someone at a gig. Lee told me that.
Well, I didn't tell her psychically. I just said, like, when people can see you in your full power on stage being funny,
Yeah.
you know, the right man. And
Yeah.
it is a man for you. Sorry.
Don't look at me.
No, but I mean, sorry.
Wah,
boring.
wah.
It's bad for me as well. Like, it's not that, you know, I wouldn't pick
I
one.
hadn't assumed. I'd listened to the
Is it
podcast where
only
you
meant
said
for
you
you,
were.
Lou?
Yeah.
Well, when I was younger, I would get off with a lot more chicks.
Yeah.
Prick.
And I think we do call them chicks.
Yeah. And I meant chick.
You were literally on a farm. We call them chicks because they were chicks.
Your gals, your chicks, your pigeons.
Your little roosters, your chooks, your wrens, your moorhens, your duckies. I'm sorry. I was like, a guy just being like, yeah, I'm fucking, I'm a hit with the chicks.
I'll just say, chicken died bouncing.
Yes,
It's never
chicken
been,
died
never been
bouncing.
truer.
And your lesbianism died bouncing, sadly.
Well, as I got older, I got more and more straight, and it's so embarrassing. I know it's embarrassing.
Yeah, listen, I get it.
Ooh.
I get it.
But I know want so bad to just be into women.
Yeah.
I know. Oh my God. So every one of my female friends say this to me, and I'm like, I think that you might have a misunderstanding of how much easier it is to be a lesbian. Which
Yeah,
is to say,
it's-
like, obviously, women are like, they are, I think, socialized to be more romantic and more verbal. But also, that doesn't mean they can't crush your fucking hearts. And actually, in many ways, like, if somebody is devastatingly capable of articulating their feelings and incredibly romantic, when they take that away,
Oh, yeah,
That's pretty savage.
Yeah.
And you guys share too much too quickly as well. That's
How
what
well
I've
am I doing?
noticed. You're doing
How
really
well
well
am I
this
doing?
year with this
Been
relationship.
dating 9
yeah.
months with my partner, and we don't even live together.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Go
really
me.
strong and
And it took you like 3
Thank
weeks
you.
to trauma bond as well, didn't it? Quite a while. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's
hate
good,
you.
Catherine. But I think I will meet someone at a gig. I think you're right. It's just that I need to let them meet me instead of immediately pushing them away.
Yeah,
Don't
I
be too
love that.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Now
Give
that
them
we're talking about
chance.
trauma bonding, could we maybe, while you're here and you're wise, can we solve a problem of a listener? You went into such a therapeutic place.
Let's do it as witches,
Ask
though.
me.
Everybody in their legs, please.
Oh.
That's how we get
Jesus
to the
Christ.
weird.
Make it stop. Is this how you attracted chicks? All right, Andrew, we're ready.
Hello. Well, I've got several problems here. Would you like one on gender expression, on finding a love / sexual partners, or would you like getting over an ex?
What do you think, Liz? What do you think,
I'm
Liz?
pretty bad at the last two.
And you're great at gender expression?
Yeah.
Gender
Expression
expression
is.
it is.
Expression it is.
That's the one I thought you'd choose. Fascinating. All right, let's do this thing.
Okay.
3 feminine women.
Hey, Hogs.
Hey.
And guest may be. There is indeed a guest. It's lovely Lou Sanders. So I, 17-year-old, came out 17, came out as gay, brackets male, when I was 14 to friends and family, which was
Sick.
something I initially felt unsure about.
So as a 14-year-old boy, this person came out as gay.
Mhm.
They are now 17. What's their name?
F.
F. Okay, great. Pronouns?
I'm fine with any pronouns.
Great. Carry on.
Thank you. I had to skim read there. However, recently I've been struggling with my gender identity. I, born male, have been wearing crop tops for years now. Have recently been getting into a bit of makeup and have recently
Yes.
wanted to start wearing skirts and maybe dresses. Recently, however, I've been wondering if maybe I don't feel male. I love being one of the girls, but I also love being one of the guys. I'm fine with any pronouns and feel just as comfortable using he, him, she, her, and they, them. Furthermore, there's a part of me that likes being a guy that doesn't adhere to gender standards. Finally, my close and extended family have made some comments that have made me feel uncomfortable about it, like the classic attack helicopter jokes and a load of, but what if blank identifies as blank?
What's the attack helicopters one?
Oh, that's an kind of online, the young people like, oh, if you can identify as anything, I'll identify as an attack helicopter.
Oh,
That's
that's not nice.
Yeah.
Dear God.
But that's the most common reference in the comments.
Oh.
But also get better dreams, guys. Like that's your first choice.
Yeah.
If you could actually identify something, you chose. And listen, tragic.
So
Go
what's an
on.
attack helicopter? Just a helicopter with guns on it?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay,
Well, it
weird.
would be octopus for me, but yeah.
An octopus. Oh, no.
Oh, I'd be Donkey from Shrek.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
What would you be, Catherine?
A cloud.
A cloud.
Oh,
lovely.
cloud.
Yeah, in an obvious, dismissive, and fun-poking way. That's why they're making these jokes. When I came out as gay, it did make them more accepting. So there is a possibility of that. My family, other than my sister, 20F, who is bi but not out at the moment, haven't bothered to educate themselves about anything LGBTQ+. And so I've had to do it for them, which at times can be exhausting. Any advice on educating my family and kind of making them come to terms with how I want to express myself, and also how I'm expressing myself, whether that should have a label, what label that is, anything like that.
No, me first.
Okay.
Sorry, I just want to say, first of all, congratulations on wearing crop tops. I think it's a brave choice. Okay. Particularly as a teenager, crop tops were in when I was younger as well. And honestly, I wanted to wear them and I found myself a bit self-conscious in a crop top. So honestly, congratulations. That's the biggest barrier and you've literally fucking
That's the
crushed
biggest
it.
barrier in
Are
that.
you kidding? The biggest... Having the confidence to wear a crop top as a teenager. You don't think that's fucking confident?
Of all of that.
Sorry, yeah, that's the aggression, isn't it? I felt it.
Wow.
Did you see me go out of my window of
Yes,
tolerance?
I did.
I went up.
Yeah.
I went up and I need to go down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your... Sorry, that's actually made me quite emotional. Sorry, because I'm thinking about me now.
Donkeys have got 4 legs. Donkeys from Shrek have got 4 legs. If you get
Whoa.
I know.
You
I'm
should be a
grounded.
therapist.
I'm grounded.
granted and you're all 4 legs.
Waffles. Okay.
Waffles.
Waffles. We're having waffles. Okay. Congrats on the crop top. Would love to hear how you're starting out with makeup, because just in general, I do think people, when they're getting into makeup, they go too hard, too strong at the start. I went for Miss Sporty, blue eyeshadow, and I had a matching blue mascara. Just if there's any other questions about that, feel free to message in. I'd love to be able to help with that. As far as the gender identity stuff, I'll pass you on to Catherine.
And can I just say, my
God,
friend
please.
Dan wears a crop top, and he's a gay man, identifies as a man, and he looks fantastic. He actually does a bit of part-time modelling now.
Incredible.
So that's how, the world has moved on.
Maybe you'll identify as a model. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
These are all good options.
Yeah.
These are all good options.
I know, I do.
Sorry, those are your contributions.
That's
No,
the witches.
I've got... I've got more.
Please.
Well, Ellie,
Sorry.
Eat your waffles.
Look, you said that sometimes there's sound issues with this podcast.
Yes.
That's why.
the
Yeah,
why,
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
No,
Go on.
Look, what I love about people being non-binary is I want to live in a society where gender doesn't matter, where we're skipping around, no labels, no sexism, everyone do what they want. Love that.
Yes.
So if we take that to its logical conclusion, you don't need to identify as anything. It's another label. Just express yourself, do what you need to do, find some common ground with your parents. Love is love. It expands beyond all the labels anyway. They don't need to understand. You can have chats with them, sure, but you can also do something you love together and find love that way. They don't have to understand every stage as much as you do. Oh my god! You know what I mean? If you want to, if you feel good in certain clothes, you can say, "I love these clothes. I feel really good in them." Don't worry about the label for now. Everything's transient. Everything changes. You'll change. You might become whatever, we don't know, but it doesn't matter about the label so long as you're enjoying yourself, and that's what I say.
Yeah. I wear trousers,
Thank you.
So I wear trousers.
And
all
four legs.
Catherine's worn a waistcoat
Wow.
before. It's all whatever.
Okay.
Also, just really quickly as well, sorry, I'm just...
Really, you have more to say?
Yeah, bring it back to me as a
Yeah.
teenager as well.
Yeah.
You want to wear a skirt, and I totally understand it. Now, I got fobbed off for a while by getting confused between the skirt and trouser and wearing both together. I will say this, a skirt is a skirt, a trouser is a trouser, and you're going to get lost for a while with a sarong. Now, here's the problem when you get into your sarong phase, okay? Really easy for boys just to randomly open on the street. It will fall down everywhere, and it's very hard to put back on in a rush. Just in general, be
Wear
careful
a
with
little
the
pair
sarong.
of shorts underneath if you want to be
Shorties
protective.
are your friends with your
But
sarong phase.
I will say another warning. I have got a skirt. It's shorts and a skirt in one. And I did go to a thing and my vagina was hanging out a little bit and he did
Whoopsies.
see the vagina and he didn't charge me for the session. Why are you writing that down, Andrew? I don't
I'm going to cut you both off right there. Okay. Hello,
Thank you for
F.
being honest, though.
Hello, F.
I'll be Hi, Catherine.
May I say, I'm in two minds with this one. Because on the one hand, I agree with you, Lou. I think, look, all you're actually saying is, I'm experimenting with clothes. I'm experimenting with makeup. Clothes are just clothes, right? Like, you should be able to say to your family, oh, I'm just experimenting. I actually don't identify a different way yet. Might do at some point. Probably will. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted. For now, I'm just experimenting in the way that you should be able to, too.
The 70s, anyone?
Yeah. Saying that'd be so cute coming from a 17-year-old. The 70s, anyone? But on the one hand, I agree with you. Gender should just be something to play with. It should all be up for play, right? It should absolutely be. We're all of the same mind here. Of course we are. On the other hand, I want to.
Oh yeah, sorry. Don't get like tank tops with the slash in it that you see fishnet through. Like it is
I know,
weird.
it looks fabulous.
Okay.
On the other hand, may I say, and I hope you're having so much fun with that, and I hope that your family's perception of that isn't inhibiting your joy and your discovery there. Mm-hmm. May I also say, though, of course you care about what your family thinks. Of course you do. Because we want and need acceptance from the people who love us. And also, in reality, we're three white, thin, feminine women who fit the narrative that people want from us, which means that we don't really understand what it's like to be afraid. And it is difficult to always feel safe as a non-gender conforming person. So I want you to feel safe and I want you to be happy, but you're not failing by not knowing exactly how to present this to your family. You're not actually, as you say, I think yourself, it's not your job to be their educator, but of course your life will be better if they understood you. So I wonder if you present it as experimenting, not with any promise that you're not going to be anything for them, but rather that they understood it's play. That might help you a little bit. The other thing to say is they, to a degree, have a responsibility to learn themselves. Of course they do. But if they're not going to, I think having shorthand understandings or explanations of things might be helpful. Also, try if you can, and I think this is really difficult when you're 17, but try if you can to also ask them questions about themselves and remember the things that you have in common and put them as a focus of your relationship. I'm not saying
The
deny
70s, anyone?
I'm not saying deny that.
School's going to be so easy now. You've got that catchphrase.
I'm not saying deny the things that are difficult, but also remember to enjoy the parts of your family that you like, because
Yeah, I said that.
because you can become
You
quite.
did
I
actually.
did
You
say
said
that.
as
Yeah,
well.
I did say that.
You did. Absolutely.
David Bowie.
You did.
You know.
One more.
But-
Prince.
But it can become
Prince.
quite combative when you're defensive. Like, of course it does. I just think
It's
look,
not you
Harry
versus
Styles.
them. It's not you versus them. That's the thing.
yeah, you're all going on a
That's
journey
nice,
together, and
actually.
you'd love if they came with you. Is kind of. I think that's exactly right.
But they also probably want to protect you and just check you're okay. And you know,
People fear change in a way that's like, when you're up for the change and like to experiment with it, you forget that other people are really scared of the idea of change. So it is
Yeah.
just sort of like allowing them to sort of like take them with you through the
so
change.
shall we get back to talking about me?
how do you feel about
Do you not
crop
have any
tops?
fashion warnings just for someone who's
no.
like experimenting as a teenager?
I think you have to go through them. I'm sorry, I don't think you can do that. I genuinely think like it molded me as a person to wear fishnet tights as a top. It functionally exists in my body that I did an awful lot of cardigan making myself. Like,
But
look,
we don't know what sort of person F is, because like you wore fishnet tights as a top, and I totally respect that. I wore fishnets as fishnets, and then my party trick, just out of panic, would be, look, I can piss without taking anything off.
oh
you know, and
no.
then you're the pissy fishnet girl,
Well,
and
don't
then
do
you're
that.
double fish.
I don't think I have to.
So you've got to think about like you've got to like. How about this? How about the phase when you're a teenager, when you're going on school trips, and all you're wearing a t-shirt that says "Daddy's little slut," and it's like a little girl like this on it. Like, that's fucked
I
up.
think F has turned off now.
No.
I think F has turned off.
F's gone.
I think F's gone.
Thank you for listening.
But I can also, can I just say, by the way, you'll look back at photos of you as a teenager, and what you'll mainly think is, God, I was gorgeous. My body was gorgeous. I wish I would have enjoyed it. I know I sound like a 1,000-year-old woman, but like genuinely, you will. Like every photo I look at of me, like 5 years ago, I go, why didn't I appreciate that? So
I'll
honestly,
I'll let you into a little secret, F. I get more gorgeous every day.
Okay, so some of us can wear our crop tops into our 70s. Some of us can enjoy the 70s while we're young. Either way, do you, F. And just remember that it's play. It's meant to be playful.
Another problem solved by the TrustyHogs.
I hate it here. I hate it here.
What happened there, baby girl? Do you want to cleanse?
The witches have really driven me crazy. So listen.
Sunset in your background.
Yeah, that's.
Can the two of you please focus for Lou's outro?
Yes.
Lou,
Okay.
thank you for being on our podcast.
Thank
we really
you
appreciate having you here.
Wow.
You're writing a book? You've written a book.
I've written a book.
Do you know what it's called?
Yeah, it's called What's That Lady Doing? Full starts and happy endings, because I have a happy ending or two with a masseuse, and so that's in the book.
Phenomenal.
And that'll be out. You can pre-order soon. If you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I'll be...
I can't wait to read it. I actually
We'll
cannot wait
also
to
share
read
it
it.
on TrustyHogs,
I'm
the link.
so
I
excited.
wanna
Of
do
course
this.
we will. Of course we will. We cannot wait to read it. Well done for writing a book.
Thank you.
I'm
It's
genuinely
really tricky.
How
Yeah,
many
I'll bet.
pages is it?
We don't know.
Have you done that thing where you've put images at two places halfway
No,
through
but
it?
they said about 80,000 words. The contract said 80,000 words, and I
80.
delivered about 52,000, and we said we'll call it a day there.
Okay.
Because it's better to have 52 good
And some
good
pictures.
words.
Maybe some pictures.
2 pictures if we're allowed print colour copy.
So what do you think
Okay, great.
picture-wise?
Well, because I went to school in a leotard and leggings to get attention.
Fabulous. Don't spoil the whole book.
No. So there's a picture of that. Because you know how everyone has their photos?
Gorgeous, yes.
And Letter goes home saying, please brush your child's hair.
Yeah.
No
they
nips, no
all-
ketchup stains.
Yeah. They all wore normal uniform. And I bought in my leotard and leggings for a second attempt, because the first attempt went so badly.
Fabulous.
And it's just me like...
I will buy it simply to see that photo. Simply to see that.
Yeah.
Just really
Oh
quickly
my
to bring up
gosh.
to the problem we heard from F. You can experiment with clothes.
That's in the
Look at
extras.
Lou. There
Oh,
we
no, it's
go.
not in the
No,
extras.
it's not.
A white t-shirt. Dirty trick.
Experiment, play around with it, okay? Because you go with pictures and you have a leotard on, and it's all good. Okay.
Fabulous. Lou Sanders, everybody!
Yay!
Well done. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.